I would like to start with the explication of a name of TheaterlaborBielefeld, which is the permanent studio company in the Grotowski Institute. And between this work of TheaterlaborBielefeld, which celebrates right now 20th anniversary, we would like to cooperate between the project Justlab. We use a Polish name, TheaterlaborBielefeld. Very rare, I agree, or we try to say TheaterlaborBielefeld. Why that? Because I really believe there's something specific about the Polish romanticism tradition which we would like to follow. Then, the name Zar is fully only if we take it together with this Polish word teatr. So, TheaterlaborBielefeld is not only a name, but it's as well a formula of a theater. Formula of a theater dedicated to the presence, to the phenomenon of human presence. We believe that theater is not only to represent, but to make present. That is why songs and funeral songs are the core of our work. Zar is a name of funeral tradition taken from Svaneti, from the highest part of Caucasus in Georgia. It's more than 2000 years old tradition. And this formula of singing relies in forgotten lyrics, just as a pure stream of sounds, as a column of sounds, column of breaths, is a very, very exact formula which we would like to describe theater. So, TheaterlaborBielefeld is a theater out of sound, out of our voice, out of breath. The breath and the notion of breath is crucial in our work. Actually, it's the core of our technique, core of our relation to the world. We believe that the score, the actor's partitura, is indeed a partitura of breathing. So songs are just a measure or another measure of breathings. Together, multi-layer, multifunctional and multi-directional breathing together. Songs are the best directors, as I used to say. So TheaterlaborBielefeld is a name, a unique name, and a formula of theater, or formula of performing art done out of the spirit of chant, spirit of music. We work with formulas of studios dedicated to the particular aspect of actors training. After many, many years, 20 now, or even more than 20, because we celebrate this year 20th anniversary after our first performance, The Gospel of Childhood, but our practice is marked more than 25 years. We are keeping still ongoing 4 studios dedicated to the voice training and based on our former experience. So it starts, of course, with the studio of a Georgian polyphony. So the group of actors who are the members of theater are still continuing their training based on our expeditions done even 25 and 20 and 10 years ago to Georgia, to the different region of Georgia, and using this material as a fundament of our voice training. This would be not such functional, sufficient, if not this work of studio will be not add or questioned to the work of another group of tradition and another studio dedicated to the Mediterranean polyphony. expeditions from 2006, 2007 and 2008 to Corsica, to Sardinia, to Sicily evokes a new path of our work dedicated to the polyphonic from those regions. Very, very important experience. The third studio is very fundamental, since we met Aram Kerovpian, master of Armenian modal singing. So then, after many years of polyphony, we opened a studio dedicated to Armenian monodic work, very unique. The tradition of Western Armenians who were exterminated in 1915 and early in Armenian genocide. 1.5 million of Armenians was killed by the new Turks. One of our performers, Armenian Sisters, dedicated to it. Since 2011, when we start work with Armenian monody, this work is still with us. And we continue the work with Aram Kerovpian, based on Armenian modal singing. The fourth studio is dedicated to Balkan traditions, mostly Bulgarian and from Shopski region. Our frequent, once a year expedition to Bulgaria keeps us in contact with this tradition. We are not using this material yet. It is rather to contrapoint, to break our routine with other polyphonies and other approach to the voice. So, our work, which indeed is defined as a theater art of spirit of music, a part of producing or realizing theater understood as a performances, we are continuing a permanent, weekly scheduled work within 4 of studios, which I spoke about. So this is our base. We can say our training, but mostly I would say our practice. Each of the members of the group is obliged to participate in each of the studio with a different, of course, dynamics. There are certain people who are responsible to be actual leader of this or another studio, proposing the dynamics and the material for the work, and as well keeping us in a live contact with our sources, with our masters. So organizing the actual work and organizing as well the future of this experience. So our work with the studio is not connected with the actual need to produce another performance or to produce another stage material. It's rather related with our need of practice that makes us practitioner of voice towards theater.